we're going to talk about Kyle Shanahan and whether he deserves consideration for the Coach of the Year award. Jesse, you go first. What do you think?
Man, not only do I think he deserves consideration, Grant, I think he should be the coach of the year because I'm really starting to look at it. Mike McDaniel was the front runner early on. Dolphins were incredible. They've started to come back down to earth a little bit. The Giants also, Brian Daboll did a fantastic job there, but there's a chance they might not even make the playoffs anymore. And if you don't make the playoffs, you can't be coach of the year. I think Nick Sirianni is the other guy that you look at, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. They've got one loss, number one seed overall in the NFC. But if I could get into my crystal ball a little bit, if this plays out exactly how I think it's going to, Grant, the 49ers are going to win these final 4 games. They're going to finish the season on a 10-game winning streak, and they are going to finish with the number 2 seed in the NFC with their 3rd string quarterback. Grant, you and I don't hold back when it comes to Kyle Shanahan, and we will tell you when he's not doing great. This year, what he's done under these circumstances, he deserves all the credit in the world. I think Kyle Shanahan not only should be in consideration, I think he should be coach of the year.
Whew, you made a nice pitch, and I think he should be in consideration, but I don't think he should be coach of the year.
Okay.
I think Nick Sirianni has a better claim for it. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have his 3rd string quarterback playing, but he's only lost 1 game. I mean, Kyle Shanahan started slow for a lot of reasons. Sirianni didn't. Now, we don't know how these teams are going to finish, but there's also Buffalo and Kansas City. Like, Sean McDermott's doing a great job. Andy Reid's doing a great job. They have better records than the Niners, and Andy Reid, frankly, put on a clinic at Kyle Shanahan's house with Jim Harbaugh watching and smiling, I'm guessing. Probably smiling. Grinning? I don't know. Other thing I want to say about Kyle is as good as he is, I'm going to piss you off right now. As good as he is, he's not even the best coach on his team. D'Amico is. And This is a defensive team. And Kyle gets credit for having D'Amico and all of that, but no, I don't think so. But what I would say is that I think D'Amico should be the coordinator of the year. And if you look into that award, it's not the defensive coordinator of the year. They pick one coordinator, offense or defense, for the coordinator of the year. Last year it was Dan Quinn. In 2016, it was Kyle Shanahan. I think it should be D'Amico. I think his defense is the best unit in the league. I don't think there's an offense. Well, they got eviscerated by Kansas City that one time, but they were hurt. I want to say D'Amico should be coordinator of the year.
That I can get behind as well. I think both can be true. Again, when we look at Kyle Shanahan, we strictly judge him off the offense. And I understand it because he was the offensive coordinator. He's supposed to be this genius and all these things and terms get thrown around about him. And then the offense struggles, but the team wins. Now, the offense hasn't been struggling as of late, but that's the way people judge him. It's like, well, the team's winning, but your offense. And that's fine, but he's not the offensive coordinator. He's the head coach. Yes, he does call the plays, but he's the head man of the organization. All the players are there because of Kyle Shanahan. The development's in place because Kyle Shanahan did a great job developing his coaches who do a great job developing players. I just think when you look at it all said and done, I can agree with that. I think D'Amico Ryans does deserve to be coordinator of the year. I also think Kyle Shanahan deserves to be coach of the year.
Let me continue to retort. He's doing a very good job now, the last 6 weeks. But he got Trey Lance hurt. Like, how he handled Trey Lance was bad. So when you say, yeah, it's very impressive what he's doing with his 3rd string quarterback, it is. Why is his 1st string quarterback hurt? What would be really impressive is if Kyle had known. I mean, he knew that Purdy was good, but had stuck to his guns and didn't bring back Jimmy and had Purdy going the whole time. Or if he hadn't gotten do one better. If he hadn't gotten Trey Lance injured. But given, it was a debacle the first month of the season, what happened. But he righted the ship, and now they're the hottest team in the league. So I definitely think he has to be in consideration, for sure. But I have a tough time giving him the nod over Nick Sirianni right now, who's lost one freaking game. And it's like, oh, well, his quarterback didn't get hurt. Well, give him. I like him even more now. He keeps his quarterback healthy. He's fantastic. Kyle, maybe he could do a clinic for Kyle on how to keep his quarterback upright. I'm just saying. And he runs the guy. Look, but hey, he could fall on his face the last 4 weeks, and Kyle could finish out with a 4-game winning streak. So he's definitely in the race. He's right there. But I wouldn't give him pole position right now. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I think I know where you're going with it. Sirianni, I totally understand. If the award went to him, I couldn't argue too much because you're looking at a team that has a one loss. Most likely they're gonna, I mean, not most, they're gonna end up with the number one seed, barring a late season collapse of epic proportions. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna end up as the number one seed. Hurts might be the league MVP, and he was nowhere near that before. So I understand that. I completely get that.
I just think, man. You made a very convincing argument. I can't dispute any point that you made. But there's some stiff competition this year. I think
there definitely is, and I think there always is. I think if you're coach of the year, like it's tough, and you could go multiple ways, But then the flip side is this, Grant: the Giants could finish their season on a 4-game win streak and make the playoffs, and then I think that all of a sudden Dayball should surpass both of them, realistically, because the Giants have no business being there.
That is a good point. Coming back to DeMeco real quick, if he's not the coordinator of the year, who is? I mean, Dan Quinn was it last
Dan Quinn, yeah.
He's doing a good job, but DeMeco's defense is giving up 15.3 points per game.
Yeah.
Even with that 44 that they gave up against Kansas City, giving up 15 points per game, like, I don't know. I think he's got to be the coordinator of the year. So,
trying to think, maybe you could look at somebody like Dorsey. Just because Buffalo's offense is really relying around two players and they somehow do everything they need to do, I don't know. But yeah, I think DeMeco would have to be that guy for sure.